Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Leo tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
Okay. You know what I found out? That the sounds are like the sound track or whatever go along with the song. Right now there's not a song, so obviously, wait. Ooh. Look at him. That's cool.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have
we're not in Liyue right now, bruv. Hi, Kazuha. I'm waiting for everybody to go erratic.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
I really like the sound. Ooh! Ah! Whoa! I love that. Okay. But we do gotta go. Hi, sorry I'm late. I'm late. I screwed up my pancake. I mean, granted, it was a new type of pancake that I got. It was like a pumpkin pancake flavor.
This scenery is wonderful. Surely
powder.
Enough to convince anyone to
I
become
added too much water. And my dumbass wasn't like, I should probably put more mix in there. The jellyfish harvest. I haven't done that yet. Last night was my first time of logging on to Genshin Impact since I've been away on vacation, because I got home yesterday after, I mean, it's not like a long ass flight, but like it was a 3-hour flight in total, but we had a bird in my plant. Sorry, also my mom's sitting next to me. Okay. I'll try to rein myself in. Sorry, I think Princess is watching a bird that's like probably trying to dig for a worm in my plant. Which wouldn't make sense because it's in a pot. And how would a worm make it up the table to go into a pot? I don't know. Anyway, so I only briefly got on yesterday to like accept all my rewards. And yes, I know Nervalette. Wrong thing. Nervalette is... Oh, I so badly want to pull for him. But I'm focusing on the gods. And Venti's in the next banner. So I'm just gonna wait for Venti. We do have the main story quest to do. Ah, forgot. Sorry, I've been gone for like a week from Genshin Impact and I suddenly forgot how to do the controls. Good news, I thought I was going to be pet sitting. Is that a person? Oh no, it's a bird. I thought I was going to be pet sitting this month for a few days. By the way, I am... Oh, what is that? What do you mean? By the way. Yeah, I thought I was going to be pet sitting, but apparently... Oh, good news. Okay, that's good. That was going to be pet sitting, but I won't be, so... Of October, you'll have me
It is settled then.
Which,
Please excuse
I'm thinking about my next live stream is going to be a horror game.
Thank you for arranging everything for
I'm
us,
going to try to
Melissa.
play them at night for the most spooky effect.
Excuse
Like
me,
for
miss.
me, you probably won't be
Do you
able
need
to
anything
watch it
from us?
live. Sorry, excuse me. I don't know what time that.
Hey,
Probably, I mean, would be
all
the
quiet.
daytime for you.
This isn't like her at all.
I'm sorry that I only came to visit after all this time. After what happened, I didn't know how I was supposed to face the two of you.
Ah, if it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died, Spina di Rosula sent us a lot of mora and support.
Yeah, like night
I
for
understood
me.
your guilt and apology
As
to
I said,
be
for you, it
genuine.
would probably be like, I don't know,
But
morning, noon.
Aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques?
Jacques. Did someone die?
I can understand the kind of pain
Sorry, it's been a
that
month
comes
since
with
I
losing a
played
father
the
so
storyline.
needlessly.
You don't understand at all.
Oh, shit.
I didn't know how to face you. Because I didn't know
Adele
what I could
is
possibly bring as a
leaning into
consolation
that.
gift.
What is all this? Oh.
I know only the full truth could bring closure to you. And to all of us.
That would mean morning for me, yeah.
I'm
Dang,
sorry.
Adele.
I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't have to carry all that guilt. On the matter regarding my husband, my daughter and I have more or less found our answer already.
Would you mind sharing it with me? I really can't believe that my father could ever bring himself to shoot Jacques.
I
Oh.
always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me countless times that if he could turn back the clock, he would never go into the synth business again. He had many regrets, and felt that he took the idea of providing for his family too literally. For the longest time, he thought Mora was everything. So when Mr. Callis came to him with a proposal, he tried to be as careful as he could, but even so, he was still found out by the higher-ups.
They found out about his betrayal?
Papa didn't say that exactly, but Papa did tell me that I should never be ungrateful.
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell to the two of us.
Wait, does that mean someone ordered Jacques to take out Callias?
I don't know that for sure, but you could say that's the conclusion I eventually came to.
Dang.
Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Callis had always taken great care of us, both when he was still alive and after he passed away. Even if he fired the shot that killed my husband, it was likely in self-defense. It is impossible for me to hate him for what he had done.
But Mama, why is Papa still the bad guy if he did the right thing? Papa always wanted to be a good man, so why did he have to do a bad thing in the end?
Well, things aren't always as they seem. You still feel like your papa was a good man, right?
Yeah, Papa was a really good man. The best in
Yeah.
the whole world.
Papa
You
was a
should hold
really
on to
good
that.
man.
If a good man had to do a bad thing, then he must have had his reasons. Regardless of whether he
is
left you a
that?
parasol or a sword. He must have done so to give you a better life.
Oh,
Thank you for everything you've told me. I will definitely find the truth. The current state of things is not something I'm willing to just sit back and accept.
Yeah. Tell him.
I'm very grateful to hear this from you.
Former killer.
Even though your
yellow.
personality
Give
is
me
quite
breath, I'm not
different
gonna
from
lie.
your father's, your
She does.
determination when you speak is really similar.
You really think so? That's the first time anyone said that to me.
Okay. Let's go across the.
are
Look
you
at the
okay,
kitty.
Navia?
Oh.
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next.
Forgot to do a different party setup. Because I got distracted by the fountain that played music. Okay, we're gonna pull out
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
And I need to change her back to... Why was I about to say Aquaman? Princess, you're really looking out there. What's out there? So I have half of the curtains closed, so I can't really see much. Okay. Who should I have out? Kimikawa. Guess I'll do she.
Something's come up?
Sorry, I'm going above ground real quick. Also room thing by accident got... How do you accidentally get Nervalette? Huh?
Florence should be nearby, and we should be able to find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city.
Sorry. I gotta not worship. Gosh. I need to resonate with Hydro. Oh, hold on, I'm saying fuck it. Because, like, I'm at very, 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 very soft pity, so... Let's do it! I knew it. Let me fudge it. Yeah, I knew I wasn't gonna get him. I got jealous when you said you accidentally got Nervalette. That's fine. I didn't want Nervalette anyway. Where is he? Where's that boy at? There he is. Oops, sorry. That's fine. I do need to play around with him. I like his design. I mean, I like all the characters. I wish... That's the one thing that sucks about being a free-to-play. You just don't have the time to, like, level them all the way up. What is happening down there? Not my problem. Oh well. It gave me more of my pity for Venti. I swear to the Lord, when I pull for Venti and I get another 5-star character instead of Venti, I'm going to cry.
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance today?
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House. Someone got turned into water right in front of us.
Yeah, I've heard. With something that dramatic?
It also reminded me, on the day that the incident happened, after my partner here put the dots together for me, I feel like we should try to reopen his case. Can you do me a favor and try to recall what happened that night?
Let me think. Mr. Callis was feeling pretty upbeat that day. So he was drinking and bantering away with us at the table. After that, he told us that he wanted to go get some fresh air. So we let him go without thinking much of it. Who knew that we would hear 2 gunshots ring out right after? My first reaction was that Mr. Callis's life was in danger. So I grabbed my holster and made a mad dash toward the scene. But when I got there, it was already too late. Mr. Callis was standing over a dead body with a gun in his hands. All we could do was look back and forth at each other, not knowing what to say.
So you also remember 2 gunshots then?
Indeed. The guard said that the first shot didn't hit anyone, while the second killed Jacques. But I've never really bought that explanation. Reason being, Mr. Callis had left his gun on the table. I even made sure to confirm that before running to the scene. But according to the guards, that doesn't mean he couldn't have had other guns on his person. About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned. Do you think there was a third person there who was turned into water?
At least from our perspective, my father had no reason to kill. So he would also have no reason to bring an extra gun with him. The gun he was holding probably belonged to Jacques, or a third person on the scene.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you're saying Mr. Callus ended up with the gun because he seized it from one of the other guys? But hold on. If that's what had happened, then why didn't he share the truth with any of us? He didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine, and chose instead to prove his honor in a duel. Did he lose all faith in the courts after seeing someone dissolve right in front of his eyes?
About that, Malus told me a thing or two. So, I think I can understand why he committed to the duel. I'll tell you everything once the whole truth has been revealed.
I understand. Then, I'll leave Mr. Callus's honor in your hands, boss. And if I may just say one more thing. The whole Callus the Unfaithful epithet has been a thorn in my side since the day it was invented. Many people have laughed at me for still calling him Mr. Callus, even after so many years have passed. But it was Mr. Callus's trust that allowed me to rise through the ranks of Spina di Rosula and live the life I lead today. No matter what others might say, he'll always be the man I respect the most. And he'll always be my boss.
Don't worry. I will definitely find the truth. You and all our other comrades at the Spina deserve to know the truth as well.
Oh, sorry, I only read I accidentally then got caught off. Hold on. Oh, also about the accidentally getting nervelet. Yeah, what about it? What about accidentally getting nervelet?
It's always just like teachers. Got it. Miss a lot, you can start.
I saw I had some primos left.
Hey, Thierry! It's me!
Oh, now, what brings you here, Miss Navia? I've heard that you made quite the name for yourself at the Opera House.
Oh, so you've caught news of that already.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm also a member of the Guards, you know. The way you make it sound, people would think I was sent off to Poisson because I had done something wrong.
Are you sure there isn't a little bit of truth in that? Under normal circumstances,
how do you get accidentally get nervelet? Just because you had some free
where I work, it's
primo
really up to me.
To throw
Let's
out.
just say I enjoy the ambiance of Poisson. Callus did a fantastic job running the town, building Spina di Rosula from the ground up and clearing many obstructions in my way. It would be next to impossible for me to find a similarly easy but high-paying job in the city.
Anytime someone would say croissant at work, he'd go, croissant.
Are these two friends of yours?
I pull twice a nervelet.
Here for some formal business?
Yes. These two are my partners.
It got him.
What happened at the Opera House made us realize that Lenny's case and my father's may be related.
Yeah.
We're trying to reinvestigate the details of my father's old case.
As well.
I get it. You think there might be more to the case now that we know people can be dissolved into water, right? If you want to go through the original files from your father's case, I can help you look for them.
That'd be much appreciated. Thank you. Actually, I have another question. Do you have the authority to dispatch Gardamex?
Of course.
I mean, I'm assuming
without them, I couldn't possibly
is that very low because like normal is 50-50?
Why
I honestly, I don't know the pity system.
Can't use them
I don't know how to do the
get more evidence for your father's case.
Well, you see, just recently, we were attacked by a horde of unnumbered Gardamex in the city. So, if you hypothetically wanted to do something against me, all you would need to do is get rid of the mecha serial numbers and send them after me.
Then you think too highly of my abilities. What? Dispatching mecha is very different from controlling them. If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. You can ask the chef to cook, but not to massage your shoulders or carry your baggage. If you try to make unreasonable demands, the chef would just think you're out of your mind and ignore you completely. The same goes for me and my Gardamex. Removing a serial number is also not as easy as you might think. There are a lot of complex steps to it, and it's almost impossible to keep it a secret. So I can promise you, those mecha were definitely private units. They're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super rich, powerful, or both. Now that you mention it, though, being in the synth business would definitely be profitable enough to afford this.
Makes sense. It does. Of course, someone fucking powerful.
Then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Oh, well, thank you for the vote of confidence, Navia. Jokes aside, I'd like to wish you all the best with your investigation.
Princess is really looking
I'll
at
be
her.
staying in the city for a little while,
She's
so
been in the same
just come
position
find me if you need
this
any
whole entire
support from the
time.
guards.
I mean, there are squirrels out there now. The theory is the person responsible for it. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Do I have anything? No. I spot something glittery. There she is. Okay, so basically if you're 50 pity, you'll get a 5-star. Either you're lucky, you'll get in. Okay, hold on. Alright, if you're at 50 plus pity, you'll get 5-star, or either you're lucky, you'll get it in under 50 pity. And I'm assuming 50 pity means like you did a 10 pull, but it can't be over 100 pity. Someone's trying to join my world. Sorry, brosif. I'm doing my world quest. Oh, I was accepted. That was close. I was trying to do that. Okay. Sweet little bumblebee. He's still the same. I just got back from vacation, so I haven't been able to do anything. Nope, it's the same for a 10 pull, 1 pull. So with 80 type of pull, like if I did a 1 pull, it would become 10 pity? I swear to gosh. The pity system does not make sense to me. I need a diagram.
Hello. How may I help you? I'm here to see Marcel. Could you please let him know? You can just say
I will say one thing I
for him.
don't miss
Sure. I will let him know right away.
about being home is my blocked notes. I think it's lagging or I have bad internet.
Navia,
well,
hello.
my internet looks
Sorry
like
to keep you waiting.
fine.
I'm not as young as I used
I
to
won't
be,
get to see my
so my legs
KMS
are giving out a bit.
until I'm off.
Oh, it's all right, Uncle Marcel. There's no need to stress. I just
that's one
wanted
thing
to
I don't
talk to you
miss
briefly
about being
what happened in the
home
opera
is
house.
my
I'm sure you saw
nose.
everything too, right?
Because I'm allergic to
Yes,
cats.
I've never
I
seen
am
anything so strange.
allergic to my cats, actually.
Oh, you were at the opera house too?
So while I was in Massachusetts,
That's right.
with no
I went there
animals
with Navia
around,
to see the magic show. Who knew it would turn into a
no
whole
humidity
murder
and all
mystery?
that jazz,
I also
could
witnessed
read
your
just
marvelous
fine.
sleuthing work. Quite
The only
impressive.
time I had to blow my nose
To
was
beat
at
the
night
Hydro Archon at her own game on her
when
own
it felt
turf.
itchy.
I can already imagine everyone in Fontaine discussing your exploits over a few
really
glasses
should.
of wine.
Like,
Oh, Paimon doesn't want
get
to
on
become the talk
medication.
of
But
drunkards.
then I have to go through allergy tests, and I hear
Apologies.
those
It's just how Fontaine
are
is
hell
as
to
a
go
nation.
through.
Everyone loves
Because
drama
obviously
and
they
theatrics.
test what you're all allergic to,
Marcel,
so that'd be on
you've
your
also
arm, on your
noticed that other
back,
thing, right? The fact that humans can
and
dissolve
then
in water?
that itches for
Yes,
like
I was
about a
reminded of your
week
father's
at
case
least.
right away. Is that what you're investigating now?
Because I gotta see what you're allergic to and
Exactly.
how long it's gonna last
I
for.
still don't have much solid proof, but I can sense that the other side has already begun to act.
So.
Oh, and what makes you say that?
Yeah.
We were attacked on
Love
Arrhenius by some unnumbered Gardamax. And
Like, I
there
don't
was
want to do
also
it,
an
but
attempt
if
to
it's
get me
gonna
to drink
give me,
water
like,
from the primordial
if I'm
sea.
able to take
If not
shots,
for the vigilance of my partner, I probably wouldn't even be here talking to you right now.
Oh, you're giving us too much
to help me
credit.
live.
Wasn't it you who protected us?
Not live. I think
Alas,
I'm allergic to
it
anything
seems
so
things
far
are
in my
heating
life.
up again.
Yeah.
The peace
Well,
that
I didn't
Callus
think I
sought
was
so dearly
allergic to
will
cats
soon become a thing
until
of the
I
past.
got
But rest
4
assured now,
very fluffy
Poisson will
cats.
always remain a safe haven for you. If you're
Poisson.
scared,
Okay.
you can always return there. If anyone dares to lay their hands on
Usually,
you there,
I mean, if
the
if I go in a
Confrérie of
house with a person who
Cabrières
has just
will
one
use its
cat, I'm
funds to
like,
the
I'm
last Mora
fine.
to bring them to justice.
But as I said,
Thank
I
you,
have
Uncle Marcel.
4
But
very
I don't intend to go
fluffy
into hiding.
cats. Yeah.
I'm going to strike while the
Now,
iron's
I
hot. Do you
could
have any new thoughts on my father's case?
buy a special food that's like
About that.
just
Sorry,
for
my age is catching up with me.
allergies,
So it'll take me a
which,
while to recall my memory.
fun little fact, obviously the reason why people are allergic to cats is because of a, you know, a thing. I don't know how to explain the thing, but there's a thing that they have. There's, I think, only one cat that you could get, even if you're allergic to cats, that you wouldn't be allergic to because they don't have that gene or whatever. That thing. But they say that if is it like if you eat chickens that are around cats, it helps with your immune system towards cats, or either like, I don't know. Either way, there is a special food that cats can eat that will help, like, sort of, I guess, cancel out that thing that they have that makes you allergic to them. Apparently. And I hear it does work, but it's super expensive. So, yeah.
The Confrérie was responsible for that banquet. So I was out and about the whole time, making sure things were running smoothly. I didn't even have the time to drink with the guests.
Oh, where's my YouTube at? Where did you go?
Then I heard the sound of a gunshot, and the rest was history.
It's crazy. If I had just a singular cat,
it's okay. No need to push yourself.
And I wouldn't want to pay like for those shots.
Any valuable clues elsewhere.
If I am getting those shots,
sounds good.
I just buy the food.
Just let me know if you ever need more.
Because that'd be cheaper in the long run. But I don't have just one cat.
All my wealth comes from Callus's
and
patronage
plus,
and
right now,
I'll spend however much
one of my
it takes
cats
to
Loki
clear
is
his
on a
name.
special diet because homegirl got a crystal, which is basically like a kidney stone. And now since she has it, or had it, she is prone to keep getting them. So she has to stay on the food.
This can work. I'll just treat them as new samples.
But I don't know, I also read something else, like a wipe that helps with allergies as well. I don't know. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was looking for your comment. Hold up. My sister also likes two cats too. Same goes for my mother. Okay. Yeah, if you ever get a cat, you would get that food. Where do I, oh, I'm like, where do I need to go? Came up with another book idea yesterday when, we were flying. Cause I was like, looking outside of the, airplane, and, okay, I'm currently writing a book that's about dragons. And so, obviously being on the airplane, I'm like, this is the closest I'd ever get to seeing, like, a viewpoint of, like, a dragon's viewpoint. So I was, like, looking at the sky and seeing how far we were and seeing how fast the plane was going.
Talked to all 3 suspects, purely based on their conversations with me.
I can have a cat once I get my own house.
Suspicious.
Oh, that triggered me. So yeah, then we landed, and I was like looking at all the people that were like scurrying around the plane, and I was like, it's something I was just hit with another book idea of like, what if I did the perspective of like, it sounds sort of close to Fourth Wing, but not obviously completely close to Fourth Wing, because I mean nothing's original, but basically battle dragons. Like people come in flying other dragons, and dragons are used for, you know, wars and stuff, and you know they come flying into like only specific designated areas that dragons can land and rest in this country. And like I'd have the main character as one of the caretakers, so like it's also giving like House of the Dragon vibes, because like in House of the Dragon, which is, you know, Game of Thrones, you know, the royal family, they had like basically a stable for dragons, and they had caretakers that would take care of these dragons. So like have that as the person, like my main character, she's like a caretaker, like she takes care of the maybe not directly towards the dragons, but make sure it's like to unbuckle them or whatever and that jazz. So like she would be like lower rank in that field, and like she would be in awe of the dragons flying in. Like she wishes that she could be a dragon rider, but like she didn't qualify for it. And then somehow it would end up to maybe she falls into a pit where like basically the most dangerous dragon lives in, and she bonds with it, and so she is now a dragon rider. So it's like basically a mixture of like House of the Dragon and probably Fourth Wing. Yes, I approve. Very good. Yeah, and it's like, to me, like usually when things inspire me, it's through songs, but like sometimes it's weird like that. Like literally, I was looking outside of an airplane, looking at the people running around below it, and I'm like, book idea.
Let's still compile what we were able to find.
But where should we start? Ah, you're right! Flora mentioned that Callus probably only ended up with the...
According to Jacques' family members, he already told them that he
had
been discovered.
I really don't care much for this storyline.
If I had to guess, he probably received an order from the synth boss to kill my father. Had he refused, he and his family's lives would have been forfeit.
So,
but yeah, I've always been obsessed with dragons, so give me a book name and I buy. Hold on, if I was...
Oh? And why is that?
Hold on. Give me a book name and I buy from you. Well, I mean, it's a book that I suddenly imagined, so it's not out yet. But if you wanted, like for example, I did mention Fourth Wing.
He'd be of no more use to his boss.
Hola.
Huh.
Hello.
So, what would make more sense from his perspective
since we're in Fontaine
would be to turn his back on the order and seek protection from my father.
As I said, I would suggest Fourth Wing since I mentioned it just now. Hello, Mikikumi. But there is spicy scenes in there, and I know you're young, so I would direct you to Aragon. Aragon is a book based on dragon riders, and it's but that's not bad. So yeah, I would direct you to Aragon if you want a book
Makes
about
sense.
dragon riders.
But without evidence, that's still just a theory.
Isn't like a lot of dragon riders to begin with, because it's based in this
Job,
fantasy world.
The attack from the Gardamex has been bothering me quite a bit as well. It's obvious that our enemy has become more antsy after the secret of the primordial seawater was revealed.
I'm sorry, I think my side is fine. Hold on.
Given everything that's... But who among the three suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex?
Oh, okay. Oh. Probably owned,
Thierry, you say? Huh, but...
Yeah. If the mecha were taken
I wasn't
from
even
the
paying
pines,
attention.
it should be pretty easy to find out.
Florent? It is true that he was, but as Spina di Rosula's advisor, his work mostly deals with personnel and security, so he shouldn't have much means when it comes to finances.
He
so you're saying he's
too
money. Broke to afford a mecha army?
Exactly. He can't. And even if he could, I don't think he would be able... Uncle Marcel? And with funds from the Confrérie, he could also afford a large number of Gardamex. It's still really hard for me to imagine, though. After all, Uncle Marcel has been around since I was just a child. Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of mora and energy to fight his own synth
She's asking, how are you?
Who could it be?
I think... Oh, shit. Crap. Alright. Irrelevant. Okay. She's basically asking you, how are you? Okay. Irrelevant. Okay. Oh, I thought you were gonna read it aloud. My bad.
You know, if you think everything through, Uncle Marcel is indeed the most suspicious of them all.
Could we be missing other suspects? Malus didn't know about the people turning into water thing when he narrowed it down to these three, did he?
It's like I only took Spanish like for...
Malus has always been very reliable.
Crap.
And his judgment of others' trustworthiness
I took Spanish when I was in middle grade, so I really...
When he laid out his case for the three, the rationale he gave me made a lot of sense as well.
And I took
is
French
knowledgeable about the Spina's internal affairs,
in the beginning
has
of
the
my 2
means
years
to
of high
dispatch
school.
Mecha to assassinate us,
I got to go sleep.
and possesses significant
goodbye.
intellect and foresight. Even if I don't want to believe
Goodbye.
it, I'm starting to see how
Have a
things
nice
could all
sleep.
tie back to Uncle Marcel.
He's someone who's very close to you as well.
We still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
This is the production base.
Yes, Malus did say that charging straight in there would be extremely risky. But we don't have any other options right now. We need far more solid proof before we can hope to go charging in on our enemy.
Navia, here you are. Oh, I've been looking for you.
Huh? Aren't you the guy from the guards? Did something happen?
Yeah. News came from Irenaeus just after you left. We've got another trial on our hands.
Oh.
Wasn't that place built specifically for holding trials? What's so newsworthy about this one?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui Harbinger.
What? Wait,
What?
child?
Is that someone you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Our boyfriend.
We know him. Maybe even a little too well.
Well, he's been accused of being the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. It's absurd, don't you think?
Wait,
Yes.
how? None of our investigations have had anything to do with him.
That's what I thought was strange about it, so I came to tell you the news right away. If the charge against him stands, then it'll be next to impossible to get the guards to support any of our planned investigations.
Right, because they'll think they've already found the culprit.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It'll
Child!
be a lot harder then to clear Mr. Callus's name.
Fluffy lo siento.
I understand.
Okay.
Well, partner, what do you think we should do? We still haven't found any conclusive evidence.
I'm sorry. Oh. Let's split up.
Huh? Split up?
Hold on.
What do you mean?
You can go to Irenaeus while I'll go investigate that place. I'm confident in my combat abilities.
Just as expected of my partner. Since this is a trial about the serial disappearances case, the culprit's attention will be focused on Irenaeus, leaving his home base wide open. You're right. This is our best opportunity. All right then, let's do this. I'll stall them at the Opera House and charge Marcel as the true culprit. I won't have any chance of making that charge stick though, unless we find more evidence. It'll be up to you to make it back in time and hand the decisive evidence to me.
Leave it to me.
You, just like you helped us in Linny's trial.
Demoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
I'm ready.
Ah, Malou, Silver. When did you two get here?
We heard that you'll be leaving Poisson and figured that you might
Give me a second. I'm gonna go take allergy pills.
It's our hope that your confidence will be bolstered with the two of
us
by your
I forgot.
Thank you so much.
What it was like to be allergic.
Then, let's make haste for Irenaeus. Paimon, Traveler, I'll see you at the Opera House.
See you then!
I'm back. Hoping so if I tag Turk, whatever.
We should also get going.
Will make me my nose
has already been marked on the map, so let's head over.
Easy. Okay, have to rearrange myself back in my covers because I be a cold bitch. Cause I have my signature snuggie. Ooh, I am sore a little on my arm for some reason. Well, I know the reason. It's because I'll deal with that later. Because look for the objective.
Huh. According to Malusa's info.
Let's go underwater. Ooh. Ah! I'm like, I sort of forgot how to swim. Oh, I'm like, where's the entrance?
Finally found it! Huh. So this is the entrance that leads to the synth production base. It sure doesn't seem out of the ordinary at all.
Well, they don't want it to stand out, yes, but I'm sure what we find inside will be extraordinary.
You're right. An important place like this is bound to have a ton of protective measures and mechanisms. Navia's probably arguing
Oh god, we're gonna have to do this all underwater. Oh shit. Let's see it.
That I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia. Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of. However, I did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in a duel to clear their name. Is that right? In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Clorend, right? I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received.
Oh, child.
When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Real disappointing.
Hey, don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major
Girl,
case.
you need to stop far away from him.
For you to be looking for fights.
He's eyeing up your gnosis.
Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the Opera House. Then why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat of battle.
No. That's not what I meant.
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poorly, and we have made very little progress. In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again. The goal of this trial is to determine the culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
That case had nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong man. Huh? What's going on?
Why is she interjecting again?
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated your behavior last time because you were able to provide the court with a key eyewitness. But that was an exception rather than standard court protocol. I can very well charge you with contempt of court for your interjections.
Oh, please. Did you ever think I had any respect for this place's pointless theatrics? We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to charge the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. And if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven innocent by default, correct?
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half bored to death by all these rules and procedures anyway, so I'll take you up on that offer. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do now?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia, who is the person you would like to charge instead?
That person is...
Oh.
Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières.
Huh? What confrérie? Never heard of them in my life.
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's sister organization?
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly serious matter. Committing to the charge also means taking on the legal responsibilities associated with it. And if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances, you may also be charged with the crime of making a false accusation. Knowing this, do you still wish to charge this man?
Yes, I do.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Miss Navia and attorneys, please take your places on the court. Members of the guards, please contact Mr. Marcel right away so that he may stand trial.
Imagine if he was like taking a poop and he was like, what? I have to get ready?
Mr. Marcel, you will not require an attorney. Is that correct?
Apologies. It all just happened so quickly. I still haven't figured out what's going on. I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just a misunderstanding between me and Navia.
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived, Miss Navia, please present your charges.
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago, to the case of Callus the Unfaithful. Only through elucidating what really happened in that case can we connect all the dots for the serial disappearances case.
Navia, do you really think that I was the one who killed your father? Come on, why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor, and remember both you and I only ran to the scene when we heard the sound of a gun. If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone at that banquet a suspect as well?
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now. The audience doesn't even have the big picture yet. Even I'm struggling to remember some details of that case.
Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone's memory about that case before I can explain my charge and reasoning.
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage.
Oh, shit.
On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabrières. During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques, lay dead from a gunshot wound. The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove his innocence through a duel. Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarande in the ensuing duel, and soon succumbed to the injuries. These are the known facts about the case.
Okay.
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques, not my father. And even so, Jacques still had no reason to pull the trigger. In truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot in turn by my father when my father seized the gun from him. After that, the true culprit turned the third person into water, erasing all traces of him from the scene.
Thank you for the summary, Your Honor.
Of course, the guard's conclusion appeared quite sensible to us at the time. However, we should revisit the case now that we've gained new information about the abilities of water from the primordial sea.
Okay. Hold on. On the day of the murder, hosted a large... Okay, I don't need to refute that. During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. According to the investigation, Callus, who had motive to kill, murdered just for his portrait, but was it really true? Fuck. Okay. Okay, Florent, the advisor to claim that he was very grateful to Callus for his kindness. He was also present at the banquet on the day of the case and provide evidence of it. Oh wait, hold on. Where am I? Hold on. Stop. Oh.
Something's not right. Let me think for...
Okay, Jesus Christ. What?
Something's not right.
Combining the information regarding the grain rise of the rules so far, it could be concluded that there is only one person who can have a larger amount. Nope. He has struck a great in order to kill.
This assassin first shot Jacques, then turned to shoot Callus, only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead.
Yes. Okay, the guard's investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot. Okay, this. No, what?
A pile of clothing was found at the scene. The guards once believed they were used by Jacques as a costume to disguise himself. But now, it is clear that the clothes were proof that there was a third person at the scene, and that they were turned into water after committing the murder. Since it was raining that day, the culprit was confident that they could use the rain to wash away all traces of their dissolved accomplice.
Okay, justice is challenged. The suspect did not dispute. Gord said he chose purpose of the suit the red door.
Something's not right.
It ain't that right. We're just gonna go through them all. Oh.
The testimony of the victim's family confirms that Jacques had thoughts of assassinating Callus when he set out for the banquet. However, in the end, he reconsidered, and instead shared everything with Callus, hoping to seek the latter's protection. Unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this possibility, and had sent out another assassin.
Dun, dun, dun.
Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible for Jacques' murder. This is the true version of events.
So even if they do this, what are you doing, Loki? If they do this,
that's what happened.
Like, imagine...
You're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has been used for all these years?
Yes.
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives. I guess
like
they
an
didn't shoot
innocent
each other
man was
after all.
put to death
Mr.
because
Marcel, you are the one being
you have a
charged with
shit
the crime.
justice system.
You should provide a rebuttal if you wish to prove your innocence.
Ah, but I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly implicated me.
Then,
but wait, there's more.
May I ask some questions? In my opinion, we primarily need to determine two things. One, do you have the evidence to back up your claims?
I'm afraid not. At least not at this very moment.
Boo! If you don't have any evidence, you should just go home!
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time, we should be able to find a match. Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time, regardless of age or gender.
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this to be a reasonable investigative direction.
Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little differently today?
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself again?
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an innocent citizen in the last trial.
Oh, sorry. I thought
My second question has to do with the
So was
ensuing
muted
duel.
when I coughed. Hold on.
If the truth is indeed as you described, then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person had been dissolved, he could have at least mounted a defense.
I've thought about this too, and the
that.
answer is actually pretty simple. He felt there were things that were more important to him. The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the true culprit of the serial disappearances case. My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to take it to the grave. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had no guarantee that going forward with the truth would allow the culprit to be brought to justice. What was certain, however, was that it would paint a gigantic target on my back.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next target of the serial disappearances case.
What?
If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. All of us would have stood to lose our lives. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter and determine that we were in the right. But what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict protect anyone? Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice, Spina di Rosula would have had no reason to exist. But by staying silent,
Shots fired!
we retained the ability to deter our opponents and continue the stalemate. I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more time to grow and learn.
Hello.
And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot, and restore my father's truth and honor back to him.
Sounds like you're putting other people in trap.
Say, your father intended to die in the duelist's ring?
That's right.
Do you have any proof?
Of course. All you need is to ask his opponent, Clarand. I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. You don't have to do anything for my sake. But since he entrusted his will to you, Clarand, you should tell us the truth about his sacrifice.
So, during the duel, did you believe that Callus was intending to die?
Yes, I did. As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives. In my line of work, I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Some were determined, others passionate, and some even manic and twisted. Just one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping to live or if they're looking to die. I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callus never intended to leave the ring alive.
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions. It appears there really are good grounds to reopen this case.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the serial disappearances case.
Right?
The water being
what
used.
she said was fascinating, but kind of beside the point.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial disappearances case?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected via a matter of timing. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callus. As a result, they planned to act after hearing 2 gunshots. And at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized they were at risk of being identified. The culprit could only time their actions so precisely if they were already at the scene. Coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet and the trial.
So that's why you suspected me. Even after hearing your reasoning, I still can't help but find it a little preposterous. I'm used to it, though. You've always been an impulsive and sentimental child, Navia. It's one of your most endearing traits.
Hold on. I don't know you.
No need to appeal to pathos.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, can you prove that I was the only person present at both events? On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing? Can't someone remotely monitor the place?
Know what you can say to that.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects
I mean, he
with some further
became
investigations
the
until
president
I'm
of his
the only
company
one
for a
left
reason.
on the list. Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see as your own daughter? But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah well, let Uncle Marcel teach you another lesson.
Oh,
Do you know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
I suppose you're gonna tell me anyways.
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. It's a high-risk action with nothing to gain. In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come to Poisson and work in some trade. My business only thrived when I received Callus's patronage. But the disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in Fontaine.
Ooh.
I do apologize, demoiselle. This was my mistake.
No, it's not your fault. I'm sure he had come prepared.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license against the first known case of the serial disappearances? You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first time. Could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable anguish in your heart?
He's lashing
Seems
out.
like she got the wrong guy. At this rate, Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's feelings as he neared the end of his life. But aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations right now? He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious, instead of dwelling only on your own feelings. Once
No,
you've
he
learned to
gave
be
her
more
2 options.
considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong into things, you'd have met most of his expectations.
This isn't just about me, and it never has been. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth. While that same agency has long been taken from them, the people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse, the people who lost their loved ones to the serial disappearances, and the people who suffered tragic ends due to their sense of justice. Many people's images are flashing before my eyes. I'm sure some are coming to those of you in the audience as well. And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher?
Huh.
Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Oh shit. It's on us now, ladies and gents. Sorry, I never heard of something like that. Okay, that's why I responded in shock. What type of fuckery? Here we go again. Not the long exhale.
Speed of light. Hey!
Gather! Into the wind! Order guide you!
With sword comes shadow.
The wind knows
it. Bitch. You can fuck around and find out? Never. What is that? What is that? Whoa.
The floor is going up!
It is.
Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place.
Huh. I'm assuming the thing's over there. Whoa. Ooh, pretty. Door of Resurrection activated. Okay.
Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up.
There's something over there. Oh, down below. Okay. Oh, okay, I forgot about that. Oh, okay. I was like, shit, how did I do this again? Rising the sea level.
The water level is rising. Now we can swim to the top. But this is still a ways away from where we need to go. Sorry, I'm just like captivated by the pretty atmosphere and the music. Oh, would you look at that? Hello, doggos.
One with nature. Clouds high. The birds.
Incoming.
I will have order.
Oh, you're too far away.
Speed of light. Hey! Cut to the chase.
Into the wind.
Into the wind.
As one with wind and cloud.
This is order.
Tell never let that beach. Oh my god. Sorry. Oop, wrong way.
Incoming.
One with nature.
Bombs away!
Yay. Okay. He's so pretty. It's actually like if this place existed. So pretty. So pretty. Woo! Tuck and roll, bitch. Anything in? Okay. Anything over here? Nope. Oh, it's just clear. I'm like, is this water? Oh. Ooh. Anything else? Okay. Let's fight. Oh, that is mean.
Solidify. Order guide you.
One with nature. Fallen leaves.
Adorn my... With sword comes shadow.
The wind knows me.
I will have order.
Into the wind.
Gather. This is order.
One with nature. As one with wind and cloud. The wind knows me.
Stabilize.
Ha ha ha, bitch. Okay. Where are we going? Whoa. Whoa. They're faceless. It's a little spooky. It's a little spooky spook. That was close. Ah! I was like, that was close. Fall still.
After all that, we finally made it to the innermost sanctum.
Yay.
Though, as expected,
look at all those treasure chests.
Here.
If I'm not mistaken, he's being charged by Navia as we speak.
That's right.
Yeah,
now let's hurry up and find some evidence so we can get back to the Opera House and help Navia.
What about that?
Let's see what's written here. Nothing escapes Detective Paimon's eyes.
Okay, Paimon.
Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an investigation report on him. Yep, it's about finding someone to assassinate Jacques and Callus because of a lack of confidence that Jacques himself would go through with it. This should prove the existence of the third person, right?
Is there anything else?
We still have not determined the exact content of the key information Callus has passed on to certain members of his organization. The old dog's a real menace to deal with. Even if he abides by the promise he's made to us, he will still have the upper hand. He can act whenever he wants to make our lives miserable. The only option left is to remove him from the picture entirely. I concur. Let's send someone to kill him. He won't declare war as long as we don't touch Navia. Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups.
Dang. They play this well in advance.
They're all just so evil.
Is there anything else?
What's all this? Aw, pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace,
trophies?
Oh, Paimon sees it too, but Why are all these cute things? Huh?
They're trophies.
You mean the girls from the serial disappearances? They were brought here? And then they were turned into water. And all the boxes of things. These names. That means...
Yep.
What's this over here? Looks like some kind of place for research.
Lord,
Experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research conclusions on the primordial sea and use his theory as a foundation to achieve a breakthrough. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female specimens 22, 23, and 24 were dissolved. Sorry, Traveler. Paimon will try her best. It's just that Paimon's never read something so scary before. How can someone write something that terrible in such a matter-of-fact tone? You read the rest. Paimon's too scared to keep going.
The goal of the researcher is to save his lover, one called Vigneri, who was dissolved.
So that's why he did all of these experiments. Wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane!
There's another name here, Bashir.
Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain?
Yeah.
Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case.
No, he is the researcher.
You mean Vache is the one who did all of these... experiments?
Yep, so he could get his lover back. Yes, he signed off a bunch of the experiment reports. The voice I heard from the fountain was probably Vigneri.
So that's it! Vache was no victim, but personally took his lover and...
I think he may have done it on
not
accident.
either! If that's the case, why would he want people to resurface from the water? In any case, Paimon will write it all down.
Probably most likely homegirl accidentally got dissolved, and he's like, I'm gonna find a way to undissolve her. So he is going a little evil and dissolving people and trying to bring him back so he could get his lover back. And obviously Marcel finds out about his findings and is like, I'll report you, but if you work underneath me, I won't. So you'll get to still do your experiments, but be underneath my eye.
Whoa! There's so much synth here! And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the waters of the primordial sea. Mixing in progress. Ready to drink? Stock sample? Huh. They've also got all the synth pretty clearly labeled. Whoa! There's even fruit-flavored synth?
Well, that definitely proves that this is where they produce it.
Yep, it's super obvious.
Huh. Okay, so it's like drugs. Anything else? Like, anyone gonna explain this? Oh, we can't go in it.
Oh, look! There's an important looking basin over here, and it's full of water.
This must be the water from the primordial sea.
This is where they make all the synth, and that special water is the main ingredient. If you dilute it with normal water, you'll get synth, but the pure stuff can dissolve a human.
Oh.
Paimon will take notes on this incriminating evidence.
Okay.
We've looked at almost everything here, and it seems like our theories were spot on. But...
Who releases faster?
Yeah, we haven't found anything that reveals his true identity. No wonder even Neuvillette wasn't able to anything. Whoever it is probably destroyed everything to do with that name a long time ago. That way, even if we bring all this back to the opera, we won't be able to identify the true culprit.
Clever, but maybe not clever enough. Let's look.
Sure thing.
Maybe he was dissolved as well.
This guy either.
For clues related to Bashir. But we did. Like, we already did look at clues. Is there more? Oh, I was like, where? Already did that. Already did that. Already did that. Already did that. I guess they're asking me to look at it again? Oh.
You take that side and Paimon will take this side. Check everything carefully. We'll find something for sure.
Didn't think we were going to go back to this, but okay. I mean, it makes sense that if he's experimenting, he's keeping a hold of their items, so he could give them to them when they're undissolved.
Whoa, really? Let Paimon see! Vinier. Isn't that Vache's lover's name? Then you found... Aww. It's just a normal diary chronicling their love story.
Take a look at this page.
She was so sweet. Oh, Paimon feels even worse for her now.
She made a list of baby names? Am I supposed to know what that says?
So many! A whole page's worth! The final name she decided on was Marcel. Wait,
what?
Marcel's pretty old. Has this case been going on for so long that he's Vache and Vinier's grown son?
Holy shit.
Hey! Paimon still hasn't figured it out yet.
So she obviously dissolved. What happened to Vashir? Vashir, I guess, would have died and maybe taken his son. I don't know. And Vashir would continue to dissolve people so he could find his wife. But he has his child over in Shesnaya. So when his child comes back, he takes over where his father left off to get his mom back. The tea.
And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vache?
Vache, sir.
Oh, so you do. I was waiting.
Navia, we're back!
As expected of my partner. I just knew you'd return in the nick of time.
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
It's all right, Monsieur Nervalette. Given their confidence,
Ooh, we're about to drop that G! Where's the diary? Alright. Select.
But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vache.
Huh?
We've investigated your lair and we already know everything. After your
We
lover
talked!
was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to experiment on the hopes of bringing her back to you. You even created Marcel as a new identity and destroyed all records of your past as Vache.
So that's it. Even the villains in opera performances rarely go that far. And with that, Marcel's motive has now been established.
This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior timing defense. Well, Marcel, do you know where you went wrong?
Oh, shit.
You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away, instead of paying attention to the living people around you.
So he named himself Marcel?
You never noticed how we changed,
after his
or
child.
how
Wait, so...
grew as
Oh, she got dissolved with her child.
Understood Boss's real expectations for his daughter.
Or our determination to see things through.
Your determination.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself. Otherwise, the trial will move on to the next stage.
Do you really think I wanted to do any of this? Pay attention to you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? Ever known how it feels to watch the love of your life dissolve right in front of your eyes? No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, even the officers from the Maison Gardiennage were laughing at me. They said there's no way a human being can turn into water. So I must have gone mad from grief. Vigniere's death was brushed away by all of you as if it didn't matter at all. Well, now you know, don't you? Ha! Well, it's too late now. All those who were dissolved are gone forever. You only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called justice.
He's not defending himself.
Beloved drama, while turning a blind eye to the suffering of the people.
I mean...
Vigniere is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever she goes, I will follow. But I'm not from this blasted place. So I can't be dissolved. No matter what I do.
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
I can't dissolve! Can't dissolve! Can't dissolve! Do you all see? I can't go, I can't follow. So if I can't go where she is, what choice do I have but to try to bring her back? I did all of that. And in the end, that accursed Callus still got the better of me. I spent my entire life living on pins and needles, only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at the very end.
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him.
Don't touch me! Don't anybody come near me. I still need to save Vigniere. A promise. We made a promise.
Yeah, they're from here.
Vigniere! Please, Vigniere, don't think badly of me. All I want to do is fulfill our promise.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr. Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer have any basis.
Fine.
I just realized how me.
I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
Traveler,
child.
Please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guards, so that I might review and summarize the truth behind the serial disappearances case.
Then her father's name will be... Oh.
The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vacher, and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover Vigniere. During an underwater expedition, Vigniere accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea, and was dissolved in front of Vacher as a result. Vacher learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others, and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vigniere back to life. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel, and began to operate a business in Poisson.
Poisson. So there wasn't a baby.
During the course of his research, Vacher discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria, and began to manufacture and market synth. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, he came into conflict with Spina di Rosula. After exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years, Vacher decided to assassinate their president Callus at a banquet. Although the assassination did not go as Vacher expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene. And just recently, Vacher attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vacher's machinations that he was eventually successfully charged in court. Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearances case, with the truth revealed to all.
Oh, it's an anime.
The Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vacher.
Oh.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Vacher is guilty.
Dun dun dun.
Guards! Take Vacher away.
Good. It's what he deserves.
Are you all gonna apologize about
disappearances case is over now.
Callius?
We really just witnessed history. Who would have thought the true culprit would be such a polite and well-spoken guy?
Any murder documents?
We have Navia bring the bad guy to justice! He's hurt so many innocent people and now he's finally getting what he deserves!
Yes, but like, apologies?
Are you okay?
Demoiselle, you were absolutely brilliant.
What? It seemed like he was a bit of a
The day our
father figure.
late boss had always hoped for has finally come. You can rest easy now, knowing justice has been served.
Yeah. Yeah. It's finally over. It's all thanks to you guys. And my partner.
Oh.
See, Papa? Spina di Rosula's still doing well with me at the helm.
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served,
Okay,
past
child.
wrongs have been righted, and it's a big ol' happy ending. Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some business to attend to. So, if you'll excuse me...
Please wait just one moment,
Oh,
Mr.
shit.
Tartaglia.
Ugh, what now? None of this has anything to do with me.
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can conclude.
Oh, someone charged him?
Come on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already caught the real criminal? Isn't it time for side characters like me to exit stage left?
Please respect the laws of Fontaine. This has always been the rule.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right? Let's just get this over with.
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, it has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection to the serial disappearances case. The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent of the charges. We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges.
Okay. Is it saying
According
he's
to the
guilty?
judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Tartaglia is...
It's gonna say guilty?
What?
Hey! That's not funny! Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent? What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different verdict from the Chief Justice.
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger?
I mean, yeah.
Do you think the Oratrice might have just convicted him on general principle?
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict in this case, right?
Child has been declared guilty by the Oratrice. Just what is going on
The
here?
judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale is, by law, the final verdict of the court. We must accept the guilty verdict. Guards, please take the suspect into custody per court protocol.
What? He's like, no, fuck that. Oh, shit.
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
Oh shit. And like, he's literally one of the harbingers. Oh shit, child! Oh, is he turning into that? Boy.
He's activating his spell legacy!
Oh! Neverland's like, I'm not having any of that shit.
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
Oh shit.
Hey, Monsieur Novelette, what's going on? Shouldn't they have been cleared already?
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the conception of Fontaine's court system, the Oratrice's judgment is the final verdict of the court. All I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
If even the Chief Justice doesn't know, then we have no choice but to ask the Archon herself.
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing to do with it! I don't know what happened there either. Hey, stop staring at me!
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
She says she has no idea either, but that's impossible. Didn't she create the
Isn't she a
Oratrice
newer
herself?
Archon?
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
My dearest citizens, did you really think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court? Did you really believe that the judgment could be mistaken or be the result of some sort of random mishap?
She's giving me Jekyll and Hyde a little.
Thought even I had been blindsided by the Oratrice's result.
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious.
However, given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. Everything that and, of course, for every performance, there is a script. If you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, everything he's done, not to mention the date, all shall be revealed in time. You will come to now, having said
So
that,
I'm reading this ahead.
although I hate to leave things hanging in suspense, it is now
So she chose to make her escape after all.
So you're saying we shouldn't put much stock into what she just said?
No.
She
I think
probably
it
just
has
put
a
on that
mind of its own.
performance to save face. As for the truth, however, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity. Just as I promised, if the judgment has been incorrect, we will do our utmost to clear his name.
All right. Even though we feel pretty badly for him, we'll take your word for it for now. After all, he's done plenty of bad stuff, so he should have known he'd go to prison someday, right?
I think Child. Damn. The height difference. Gosh, I want you so badly. In the thigh-high boots. Not even thigh-high, that's crotch-high boots. Oh. On his stomach. God, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Apparently there's like a thing saying that the reason why his quote-unquote ponytail is so low is because the little creatures that's only as high as I can reach him. Gosh, she's so beautiful. I'm like, oh, I love you. I love you. Is she still up there? But anyway, with the child situation, yeah, I mean, he's done shitty things, but I feel like out of all the Harbingers, he's probably the good guy.
What are you doing? Quick, stop him! Traveler! Hey! Traveler!
Marcel! What are you doing over here?
Stop resisting arrest! Cease, or we'll add another charge to the list!
No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Thank you.
Bitch, you killed people.
I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Vacher? I erased all records of that name. So, unless...
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how could that be? How did you manage to do it? The Fountain of Lucine? Then she's been so close to me all along. And I just never... Please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the Traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time. This is the last request I'll ever make in my life. You can do whatever you want to me afterwards. I don't care.
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers get to make requests like that?
Paimon agrees. Why should we give him what he wants when he's only done a ton of super terrible things?
This request, is it worth as much to you as your life?
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even more than my life.
Humans. Will they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy spiritual needs? Very well. I will grant your request.
Your Honor, I fear...
I will go with him. You do not need to worry about any escape.
In that case, I shall leave him in your most capable hands, Chief.
Thank you, Your Honor. Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
Back then I drank water from the Prime River Sea and hide my sensitivity to the hydro element.
Yeah, and even Paimon could hear her after drinking that thing. Didn't you just drink a lot of it on the stage as well? Oh, in that case...
Vacher!
Ah!
Yes, that's it! So you heard it too!
Vignier, it's me! It's me, Vacher!
Vacher? Vacher!
I'm here! Where are you, Vignier? I'm coming for you. I'm finally here for you.
Hey, wait! Be careful! Hey, wait!
Vignier, is that you? It's me, Vacher! Vignier!
Vacher? Why did you come? Didn't I say? You don't need to look for me. You look a lot older than I remember. How long has it been?
It's been more than 20 years. I've suffered for over 20 years.
I mean, it makes me a little sad.
All this time, only the thought of bringing you back has kept me alive. Nothing else mattered to me.
Yeah, but you kept on killing people,
I
so...
must be dreaming. Who would have thought I'd get the chance to tell you all of my feelings like this? Vignier, you are my everything. I really don't know how I could live without you.
But Vacher, if you ask me, this world would be better off without you.
Oh, shit.
What are you saying?
If not for you, I would have finished my law degree and probably become a top-tier attorney one day.
Holy
If
shit.
not for you, I would have continued to pursue my love of the arts, and my works would have been displayed in the Palais Mermonia itself. If not for you, I would at least have been able to take care of my mother. And she would not have grown old and died alone, with nothing but the tears on her cheeks. It's all because of your selfishness, Vache. It's all because of you.
You... Wait, you are not Vignier. Who are you?
You're right. I am not Vignier. I am the sacrifices. Every woman who died by your hand, as our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses flowed back to the primordial sea. Our thoughts circulated endlessly within the primordial sea, and we were no longer individuals, but we became one.
Whoa.
Just as streams of water come together in the sea. I'm Cressy. I'm Lemony. I'm Azine. The only one I am not is Vignier.
Why? But then, where is Vignier?
She doesn't want to see you anymore. Every tendril of her consciousness is avoiding you.
Because she knows all of your acts.
This is what you get for your selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures. You said time and time again that you'd do any and everything for her. But did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the things that you did? If she would despise you for what you became?
Imagine the guilt she would have felt every time a new consciousness came in.
You are a liar, a heartless murderer, and a cowardly narcissist.
Oh.
The only thing you are not is Vignier's beloved. From the moment your first victim died and her consciousness merged with Vignier's, she has had nothing but pure hatred for you.
Even in back then, they must have wanted me to learn what I saw here from the very beginning.
No! Yeah! She can't hate me. Let me see her. Please! Have mercy!
You still don't understand. When I said don't look for me, that came from the real Vignier. She really doesn't want to see you anymore. But on top of that, she also said that because it's her final drop of pity for you. She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no mercy.
Oh! I got chills.
Vache! 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 Drown.
Later, the guards find that the culprit of the series appear to have lost his soul. However, the final report from the... Oh, shit! They were like, we're taking justice into our own hands. Oh, it's raining.
Finally, we have some time to do shopping. Gosh, it's really been a long time since we've been able to relax.
Shopping is stressful in its own way, though. My legs are killing me.
Huh. Well met, partner. I knew something great was going to happen when I woke up in such a good mood today.
Even this weather can't put a damper on the demoiselle's mood.
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Oh, hey, Navia! It's been a few days. Paimon's already started to miss you.
Oh, now that I believe. I'm easy to work with and always bring home the bacon. Who wouldn't treasure having a partner like me?
Shit, sign me up.
You're really enjoying life these days, Navia. What have you been busy with since the trial?
It's just been one thing after the other. I've been making non-stop trips between Poisson and the courts in Seine.
Poisson?
Everyone from Spina di Rosula organized a memorial for my father. We never held a memorial when he first died, since everyone knew that even if we held one back then, no one was going to come. This time, though, everyone in Poisson, and even many people from the court, all attended.
Yeah, and I hope they said sorry.
Definitely been cleared now. That's what we like to hear.
It's been the dearest wish of Demoiselle all along.
That blasted stubborn fool. I was right to put my faith in him. I'm so glad I didn't give up on the case all those years ago.
Things turned out as well as they could have.
By the way, I ran into Charlotte just after I left the memorial service. Well, maybe it'd be more accurate to say I knew she would be there, and there was no way she'd just let me go.
Huh? So you know Charlotte too? The Charlotte? Journalist from the Steambird?
Yeah. Way back when I first became the president of the Spina di Rosula, she was all over me. Wouldn't take no for an answer. I believe the story was called The True Heart of Darkness, Secret Tales of the Yellow Rose. To be fair, though, it was a really flattering feature. So, we've been on pretty good terms ever since. She was trying to lean on our friendship to get me to do an exclusive piece on the serial disappearances case.
Oh yeah, she told us about that. She's always been super interested in that case, so now her wish has finally come true too.
Anyway, I told her to make sure that when she writes about you guys entering the opera house with the critical evidence, that you both sound really cool.
Now that's another thing to look forward to. We trust Charlotte's skills with a pen for sure.
Oh, and in other news, I also took Clorand out for a meal.
Oh, are you two on better terms now?
While you were investigating Vacher's headquarters, Clorand gave testimony on my father's behalf. It was thanks to her that we were able to turn the tide. I wanted to thank her. I mean, there's also no point in being awkward all the time, so we took the chance to reconcile with each other.
Oh, that's great. Paimon also thought Clorand wasn't actually a bad person. It's always good to have more friends.
Anyway, now that the case has finally been solved, perhaps it will slowly begin to fade from the public consciousness. Oh, actually, there's still one last thing I need to do.
What is it?
I should pay a visit to my father's grave, and tell him the truth of what happened, as well as how it all ended. And on top of that, just how much people still look up to him, to this day. That includes me, too.
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
Can I come too?
We want to go too! We also think Callus is a really admirable person.
Sure thing. I'd like you two to share the moment with me. After all, without you, there might not have been such a positive ending.
And in that case, everyone, let's be off. Considering the recent weather, we'll be lucky if we can reach Poisson before dark.
Yeah, you're right. It's been raining non-stop for a few days now. This is where my father's grave is. To be perfectly honest, even I haven't been back here for a long time.
Huh? There's someone there already.
Is it Nervalet?
That figure.
Or the
Isn't that Nervalet?
No.
Why would the Chief Justice be here? Huh? Navia?
My apologies. I should have asked before coming to pay my respects.
Don't say that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I was trying to say there's no need for you to apologize. I wanted to show my father how much I've grown, but still, I doubt I've grown to the point that even the Chief Justice would feel compelled to apologize to me over and over.
In that case, I will stop apologizing for now.
You really could use some pointers on understanding human emotions, Monsieur Nervalet. In any case, why did you come to Poisson?
Well, ever since that day, I've been turning a question over and over in my head.
Oh.
Just what is justice, anyway? There was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything more important to humans than life itself. Oh, rather than that, it's probably more truthful to say I didn't believe humans were capable of resisting the most basic instinct of living things. That they could rebel against their own nature, or consider certain things to be more important than their own life. Would never throw away his life like that. That there was nothing, should have been nothing more important than one's own continued survival. But Mr. Callus proved me utterly and decisively wrong. If not for his sacrifice, the serial disappearances case would have remained unsolved to this day. Mr. Callus made the choice he did for his daughter, for his associates, and for many people completely unrelated to him. And in the end, from a certain perspective, one could say that he did it all for the sake of justice. A justice that's higher than life itself. So, you asked me why I came here. I just wanted to say my apologies to Mr. Callus in person. I should have noticed all of this much sooner. This regret has filled me with a sadness that has haunted me for days. That high and mighty chair in the opera Epiclese indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for your hard work and perseverance.
I'm sorry for being mad at you before. So, you're actually one of those types that's cold on the outside, but pretty thoughtful on the inside, huh? That reminds me of Silver, one of my guys.
Sorry about that. Self-expression is not one of my strong suits.
Didn't I just say you don't need to apologize?
Ah, so Navia and Neuvillette seem to have made their peace as well. Let's not disturb them for now. We can wait till after they're done.
Oh, it stopped raining now.
Paimon's never paid respects at someone's grave before. Did Paimon do anything rude there?
Well, you're not usually supposed to fly around someone's grave.
Paimon didn't know that was a thing. Oh, she can't fly. Oh no. Paimon hopes Miss Navia won't be too mad.
Wow, she took it seriously.
Neuvillette is still standing around there. It's not often that we can catch him alone like this, so why don't we go talk to him for a bit? If we can't talk to Lady Farina, we can at least talk to him, right?
Yeah. Neuvillette, my bro.
Oh, it's you two. Did Miss Navia invite you to come pay your respects to her father?
Ooh, I'm looking forward to eating some Cheez-Its.
We ran into Navia on the streets today, so we just followed her here.
I remember.
I see. I see. Then is there something that I can help you with?
Ooh, that is so... I never got to finish why my arm was sore.
It's pretty hard to run into you like this since
my
you're
fucking
usually
luggage.
super busy. So we figured we could try to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
Please feel free. Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in...
Court, the bad guys referred to that special water as water from the primordial sea, but what is it really?
Truthfully, that name is already quite accurate. I can only surmise that Vacher and his ilk only learned of its nature and existence after extensive research. There used to be a special sea on the surface of this planet. The nature of its seawater was rather different from that of the sea we know today. Most of Tevat's life forms were first born in that special sea. You could say it nurtured much of the life on this planet.
And it's taken it back.
So it really was where everything began. It makes sense to call it primordial then.
But today, the primordial sea no longer exists on the planet's surface. What Vacher discovered must have been some kind of special case, or a remnant from a truly ancient age.
Huh. So that's how it is. Oh, you really know everything, Monsieur Neuvillette. But if that's the case, then why would people, at least people from Fontaine, dissolve in that kind of water?
Indeed. Why would the primordial sea, which was known to engender and nurture life, suddenly reverse itself and devour life instead. To
What
be
if...
frank, that also doesn't match my understanding of this world and its laws. There must still be some unknown secrets around the people of this land.
I'm wondering, like, what if, you know, the Fatui has obviously a hand in that as well, of reversing the effects, and that's why I viewed him as guilty, because he's a Fatui Harbinger, and therefore a guilty by association, maybe?
Is there anything
Like
else you'd like to ask me about?
What's the term? Like when you murder people, but you didn't murder that person, but you assisted them?
That the sea levels will rise and everyone will be dissolved in water, leaving Farina crying alone on her throne, but the sins of the people will be finally washed away for good. Does that appropriately summarize the version you've heard?
That's right! It was Linny that told us back then. And that about covers all the main points.
Yes, up to the present, I think we reached a point where we have no choice but to confront this prophecy directly.
Exactly.
Rumors have it that this prophecy is rooted in the last words the former Hydro Archon left to the world before she passed away.
A prophecy? Of the former Hydro Archon? Wow. This is the first time that we've ever heard of it.
Well, we
Two parts of the prophecy have already
that.
proven correct. The rising sea levels and the ability of the people of Fontaine to be dissolved. We should be more vigilant and stay on the watch for further signs. Speaking of the prophecy, Farina has also always taken it quite seriously. Indeed, she has been collecting information and intelligence from across Tevat for this purpose.
I'm surprised
if the rumors were true, then perhaps this prophecy is the conundrum left to Farina by her predecessor.
But with Farina being the way she is, can we really trust her to solve it?
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
Without chat.
My apologies. My investigation has still not reached its conclusion. However, I still believe the judgment of the Oratrice was not rendered arbitrarily.
Huh? But you also said you thought he was innocent.
For many years, I have been quite aware that the Oratrice does not simply mechanically repeat the verdict that I give on each case. As a divinely created mechanism, the people's unified faith in the concept of justice is integrated into it. Not only can it produce the incredible power of indemnitium, but it likely also possesses other
that's
traits,
what I was wondering.
Such as self-awareness.
I'm
Which
like,
is all
they
to
probably
say,
became
I've been
self-aware.
prepared for a situation like this for a long time.
So when Linny told us that he heard a human voice from the room where the Oratrice's chorus stood...
I was not aware such a thing had occurred. Perhaps that could serve to prove my conjecture. I will add that to the list of items to investigate. In any case, I am inclined to believe that the Oratrice does have a methodology all its own. We just do not have enough information. Based on Farina's reaction, I doubt even she had any idea what was going on. She managed to bluff her way through it, though. While we do intend to get to the bottom of this, for now, we regret to say that the Fatui Harbinger will just have to bide his time in the fortress.
Are we going to break him out?
If we
I know we go to the
incorrectly
prison.
convict him of crimes he did not
And
commit,
I did see a
we will
video
most certainly
of
compensate
our
him to the fullest extent
homeboy
allowed by the law.
with the black hair.
If you ask Paimon, the only compensation
He's
he'll
very
want is a
attractive.
no-holds-barred fight with you.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
About my sibling.
Your sibling? Another blonde-haired traveler? I'm sorry, but I've never seen anyone who matches that description.
So he never came to Fontaine.
If he ever stepped foot in Fontaine, I'm sure he followed our laws to the letter, and had no reason to appear on the stage of the opera Epicles. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
That's it?
Very well. It was my honor to provide you with what answers I could. I very much enjoyed conversing with you. It will soon be time for me to leave this blissful tranquility behind and return to Palais Memornia.
You really are super busy, Monsieur Neuvillette. Paimon thought you only came here to pay your respects today because you had the day off.
Crime and villainy do not have the day off, and so justice must work around the clock as well. This is merely the nature of a justice's work.
All right. You've got a point. Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped. Rosula base in the court of Fontaine and have a rest.
Girl.
Nadia said something about having a place ready for us there. Didn't she? Come on, let's go.
Think we got time for that? Hold on. What? Why are you flashing green at me? Yeah, probably the constellation. Oh, it's our first constellation. It says picking up a source water droplet will restore 2 energy to the travel required to pass the town in spotless water. So what's new? Like anything? Got a lot of dialogue. What is it? About magic. Oh.
Fontaine's aqua buses are pretty cool. But imagine if they could run without tracks. Then you could go anywhere you want, pretty much without having to
Oh,
move
that's a long thing. No, I'm good. Oh, I'm like, I don't have anything to... I'll upgrade that, though. Still have these shitty artifacts on. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Where am I? Oh. Oof. There's no crit. Oh, besides this one. But that's max. We love not having crit damage. Oof. You got a lot of weapons though. Crit rate 14. What are you? Oh.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Sorry, dude. I'm looking at my shit. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hold on. Artifacts, why is it? Oh, I don't have anything for... What do I have? Oh, the Wanderer's Trope. Which I don't have. Well, that was a good one, boys and ladies and gents. So that's my background. Yeah. How long was that live stream? Let's see. 2 hours. Wailing. I'm tired. I'm gonna do a little thing. Unlock it. I'm not gonna play it, but I'll unlock it. Yeah. So I had 8 hours of sleep last night, but your girl's tired. Maybe it's probably because of the fact that I was gone for like about a week with no napping. Well, if we don't count like that hour nap I had late at night, like literally 6 o'clock, and I napped till 7. Then I stayed up till like 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. I'm just, I was, away from home. Which, by the way, our leaves are falling already. But when I was in Massachusetts, like nothing. No foliage. And I'm like, you would think with the colder climate, it would become fall faster. But no. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna go. I don't know when my next live stream will. Well, obviously it's usually Tuesdays, but I don't know if next Tuesday will be fun. Well, no, because Tuesday mornings I'll do Genshin Impact. I just need to find time to stream at night time for like horror games. There's what horror games do I have? Let me see. I'm going to my PS app. Let's see what games I have. Oh my god. Sorry. I got Until Dawn that I could play. Let's see. I'm scrolling through all the games that I own. Little Nightmares. I really don't want to play it, but that is a horror game I have. Man of Medan. But I'll probably play Until Dawn first. Let's see. Ooh, Family Mysteries. But that may be a sample. Is that a sample or? A Plague Tale. I think that's counted as horror. We got The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners. Let's see. What else? I do have Resident Evil, Biohazard. But, I mean, because I was able to download it for free. But I saw... Oh, I need a headset, I think. VR headset, I don't have that. I have Days Gone. The Last of Us remastered. And that's like all the horror games that I own. There's one I really want to play. Oh, there's going to be a new Assassin's Creed, which I'm not surprised. Spider-Man 2? Oh, shit. Demos. I don't need demos. Oh, what is my monthly games for October? I haven't looked at them. Not all games, monthly. There's only 2. That's weird. They have 3, usually. Nah, I'm not downloading any of these. Farming Simulator. No, thank you. Pick in Japan collection. Let's see. Oh, they changed Genshin Impact's photo. No? I don't know. Oh, Genshin Impact. There's a free thing I need to grab real quick. Thank you for your purchase. Should be getting it in a second, hopefully. Because when you have a PlayStation 5, you get a free promotion of like stuff like Heroes Wit 20, Mystic Enchantment Aura 15, Mora 50,000, Fragile Resin X2. Is it gonna show up while I'm playing? Achievements. Tragedy repeats itself. Reveal the truth behind the serial disgrace case. Complete as like. and they may not appear while I'm doing this right now in game. But anyway, yeah, next live stream will be the continuation of the next act, which, let me see, what's the next act? Act 3, a tea party most thorny. Now the secret of this parents' kiss has been solved. You decide to rest up for a while, but something is stirring in the dark. Dun dun dun. Which means I think this is when we finally get to get ourselves thrown in jail. I'm pretty sure. So I'm looking forward to see the new area of that, which won't be in this because, as I said, I'm tired. I honestly, if I had time, I'd probably would stream more tonight, but I don't know. I won't be because I have work tomorrow morning. So yeah, I'll see you in the next live stream, whenever that is. Bye.